Hey guys, welcome back. Vaiibhav Nigam here. See, if you want to succeed in life, then you got to be more productive. Because when you are more productive, you do the things that truly matters in your life. And then you can succeed in your life. And what if I told you that you can be productive as well as you can manage your time effectively? Because what we think is being productive takes a lot of time. But actually, this is not the case. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can be more productive as well as you can manage your time more effectively. So watch this video till the end so that you can understand everything completely. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Pareto principle, as known as 80-20 rule. I'm sure many of you must have heard about this 80-20 rule, but you actually have no idea how you can apply this in your life, so that you can be more productive as well as you can manage your time effectively. In any situation, 20% of the activities or inputs are responsible for 80% of our outcomes or results. Yes, you heard it right. That's why it is called the 80-20 rule. Named after an Italian economist, Vilfredo Pareto, he found out about this rule in his own garden. He tended to realize that 20% of his pea pods are actually making 80% of the healthy peas. And then when he think about it, he thought that in Italy, 20% of the population actually owns 80% of the land in Italy, in his own country as well. And then he understood that this rule actually applies everywhere. And we're going to think about it, it truly does. Let me give you a few of the examples. If we check our own wardrobe, we generally see that we only wear 20% of the clothes 80% of the time. I hope you are agree with me that we are only wearing 20% of our favorite clothes 80% of the time. Let's move a little further. If you are reading any self-help book, then you've got to realize that 20% of this book contains the most important and actually the crux of this book. 20% of the crux of the novel has the most important thing, while the rest of the 80% is actually all the summarization about it. 20% of the most of the company's customers generate 80% of their profitable revenue. And if you talk about YouTube, 20% of my videos generate 80% of the subscribers as well as the views. It's the irony. It's everywhere. You're gonna think about it. In your life, you could also find out this rule, 80-20 rule. Only 20% of my videos are generating all the views as well as the subscribers. So this is the perfect time to hit like, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my videos. So this rule, this 80-20 rule is everywhere. Now let's take this a little further. See this rule upside down, and in the inverse, this is also a fact which is very true. 80% of our things which are coming in our life is getting generated by the 20% of our own results. It's not a fact, it's not a thumb rule, but this is actually one of the crux. The situation, the scenario, the results differ from the person to the people, from different country to the different region. Sometimes it can be 70-30, 60-40, 90-10. But on an average, it's 80-20 rule. 80% of the things in our life is generated by the 20% of our hard work. The 80% of the things in our life is generated from the 20% of the results. So the crux of this video, this rule, the 80-20 rule is the majority of the results come from the minority of the causes and vice versa. So now that you understood this rule, this 80-20 rule, the most important question right now is how should we apply this rule in our life so that we can be more productive as well as we can manage our time effectively. Now you need to understand that there is one thing in common between us. And it really doesn't matter from which background you are, which religion you are from, which country you are from. There's only one thing which unites us, and that is we all have 24 hours in a single day. And most of the people will agree with me that we don't use this 24 hours very effectively. There's a huge fine line between being busy and being productive. Many people think that being busy is equivalent to being productive, but that's not the case. You're working for 8 hours in your company, but if you think about it, you're only working for 2 hours. Rest of the 6 hours is just something or the other which is not very productive. If you think like that, then our mindset will change automatically. And our mindset will change from being less productive to being more productive. When we apply this principle in our life, we do more of the stuff, more of the more productive things in our life in lesser time. So earlier I've given you the example of the book. Let's rephrase that. So let's say this book, any self-help book, takes you around 10 hours to read. And we also know that the 80% of the information you can get in just 2 hours because we have learned about this 80-20 rule. So if you want to understand the crux of the novel, the summary of the novel, you only require 2 hours, not 10 hours. That's the 80% of the thing of the novel which you can read or understand in just 2 hours. Yes, you can go deeper, you can understand everything completely, but that totally depends upon you. What is your perspective? If you want to be more productive in lesser time, or if you want to be productive and you want to utilize every word of that book, that totally depends upon you. If you're a school-going kid, then every exam does not comprises of 100% of your book. You only know that if you have a science exam, so only 20% of the book information will be covered in the exam. So if you can use this rule effectively, then you need to only understand the 80% of the information, that is only just a 20% of the book. You can get good grades, a decent grades, just by understanding what is the 20% of the most important thing in that subject. That's it. Yes, if you are a very studious person and if you want to be first in the class, then this rule don't apply to you. You don't have to read, you don't have to understand, you don't have to learn in that way. I totally understand. But if you want to be someone who just want to pass with the decent and a good grades, then apply this rule. Why don't you try this formula in your social circle? 20% of your friends give you the social satisfaction. The joy, the fulfillment, all the social interactions can be done by the 20% of your friends. While the rest of the 80% of the friends can be cut away. That totally depends upon your perspective. I believe quality over quantity. It totally depends upon you. If you want to be more productive, and if the 20% of my friends give me a social joy, then I can cut the rest of the 80%. It totally depends upon you. You can apply this rule anywhere in any part of your life. That will help you out in making you more productive and can measuring your time effectively. So I hope you understand this topic, and I hope you're going to apply this rule in your life so that you can have a better lifestyle. Do let me know in the comment section what you feel. If you have any topic in which you want me to make a video, do let me know in the comment section. My name is Vaiibhav Nigam. Till then, I will see you soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.